another edition of This Week in Golf at Blue Rock Golf Course. Thanks for being with us. I'm Matt Pitta, and our co-host, as always, is our PGA Pro, Nick Wiseman. Happy New Week, Nick.
Happy New Week. How are we doing?
Oh, we're doing great. Well, it's been a really great few days, not only in the golf world, but here at Blue Rock Golf Course. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But, you know, as folks kind of get back into work and back into the swing of things this week, everybody in the golf world is just buzzing about what an amazing weekend it was at the Open for Scottie Scheffler. Dominated at Royal Portrush, finishing 17 under par and winning by 4. And was kind of an anticlimactic Sunday, right? But I don't think that reduced any of the excitement for what happened. So what are your thoughts here as we look back on what was just a dominating performance by the number one?
Yeah, and dominating, right? The story, it seemed like it was a little tighter when you just see, 4, but at certain parts of the tournament, it was 7 under. It was never in doubt. And to the point yesterday, I believe I read an article where it said, well, Scottie Scheffler is winning after day 3. Should we even play day 4? Yeah.
So 29 years old, 4 major titles. He's been lapping the competition in what some writers have said is reminiscent of Tiger Woods' prime. And so that's now leading, of course, this always happens in the world of sports, is people are wondering, is it premature to wonder if, you may know what I'm going to ask here, is the Tiger Woods number of majors in reach for Scottie? You hate to say, is he too old, but what do you think? I mean, that's what people are now saying. Can he get to the Tiger Woods number?
Yeah, I believe the Golf Channel yesterday said something along the lines of he's got the same amount of majors or in the same exact day that Tiger Woods reached. Listen, I mean, obviously it's a little too early. Who knows what could happen? He could, knock on wood, nothing happens injury-wise or anything like that. But there's a number of different things. Right now, the only thing I will say is let's enjoy it, because this doesn't happen every often. It's like New England fans watching Tom Brady. Right. Enjoy it while we have it, because it's fun to watch.
With all the different changes in conditioning, I know you're big on that when you're teaching in terms of the physicality of golf. I would imagine that the advancements are there, that even though he's 29, I would imagine Scheffler's got, at a minimum, another decade of dominant golf, don't you think? At least at 39?
If he keeps eating well, training his body properly, preparing, and then, from the mental aspect, preparing as well, too. Why can't he keep on going for a while? And from there, he's got, sky's the limit in terms of how many majors he can possibly win. And right now, he looks like he's enjoying himself, right? The celebration with his family right after that, absolutely.
You see him with his kid with the jug.
Yeah,
he had his kid. That was a great moment.
In the Nike onesie.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That was great.
Yeah.
So let's talk about another part of the Open, though, and it was interesting because it was probably also kind of an emotional week for Rory McIlroy. He's back in his, back with his home, back with his people, and a lot of the writers were saying that this was already going to be a complex week for Rory. So what do you think was going through his head as he was going through the weekend? And I'm sure he wanted to do his best for the home country and all that.
Yeah, there's a little bit of dynamic of how much do we care, right? I think there was a little bit of talk when they were talking about Scottie saying, well, it's just another win, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We know how much pressure Rory puts on himself, right? We saw it with Augusta, where we will probably see it now, Royal Portrush being his hometown. He wants it so much, and sometimes that want can almost make the moment a little too big for him. And who knows, maybe there was a little bit of that, but boy, he played well too.
He did. So congratulations to Scheffler, and an amazing performance. It was great mid-July golf. Folks were glued to the TV throughout the weekend, so it was good.
Seeing a player like him of his caliber, it's great to the game. And from a teaching standpoint on my end, seeing a guy like Scheffler do it in an unconventional way, all swings are unconventional, right? The weird thing he does with his right foot, that high right elbow, stuff like that. There's no one way to play this sport. It's all based on your body, and yeah, it's fun to watch a guy like him play.
So we're already moving ahead, thinking about what's next on the golf schedule. So last night, after Sunday, as we're putting this together, after the event, it was announced by U.S. team captain Keegan Bradley that Bryson DeChambeau would represent the U.S. in the Ryder Cup, regardless of whether or not he secures an automatic qualifying spot. So he said even if he falls outside of the top 6, the live golfer will get in. What kind of competition is there, obviously, to get onto that Ryder Cup team? Is there any politicking behind the scenes, or what happens?
Yeah, there's got to be a little bit of politics behind it, and there's got to be, I believe, as we talked about a couple of weeks ago, this is a team sport now with the Ryder Cup. So there's a little dynamics of how the personality will mesh with the rest of the players. I think without a doubt, regardless of what you feel about Liv or what you feel about Bryson, perhaps as a person or anything like that. And again, I don't know the guy, but let's face facts. He is good. He is very good. And every time he plays against the rest of the world from a PGA perspective, I mean, look, he was up there and shot an amazing round again this past Sunday. So as far as I'm concerned, he certainly deserves to be on the Ryder Cup team, and he's probably going to play very well.
Yeah, he finished with a 7 under, 64 for a pretty impressive weekend. So let's jump back here locally to Blue Rock. You can see the beautiful course behind us, and we are so excited. We've got a huge event coming up here, and we really want a lot of folks to be part of this. This is, Nick, a real classic event for us here at Blue Rock, the Parent-Child Tournament that we do every year. This year it's going to be on August 10th. This is open to the public, not just Blue Rock members. So we're really excited about this. It'll be your first parent-child. So
it will.
Tell us what we've got coming up and how we want to get people involved.
Yeah, so August 10th, we're actually starting at 1:30. It's going to be an alternate shot event, which is a little bit more difficult in terms of the format, but it's a really cool partnership between the child and the parent. It is not just scramble, some kind of best ball tournament where you're taking a lot of the shots of the parent, right? It is truly a dynamic between the parent and the child team. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be one of the first events that I'm certainly hosting as the pro here at Blue Rock. But a lot of fun, and it's along the lines of what we want to do, right? The last couple of weeks that we've been really trying to promote a lot of junior golf, because a place like Blue Rock, I think, is a wonderful spot for it. So parents, if you're listening, come on, bring a child over and play an afternoon over here at Blue Rock on the 10th. Registration's about to sign up, so feel free to jump on the website, bluerockgolfcourse.com, and register for this event.
We've got a great story about this. A couple years ago, I was at a golf show promoting Blue Rock one spring, and a gentleman came up with his son, and we were talking about Blue Rock, and he said, I come down vacation there, I'm going to check you guys out. So they came down and they played in the parent-child that year, and they won the parent-child. He came back, you saw him the next year at another golf show, he said, I'm coming back, and they defended their title the next year. So we've really built this as a tradition event here. So we really would love to have you and your grandchild, kid, whatever. We want to get you here for a great event for the parent-child on August 10th. And as Nick said, check it out at bluerockgolfcourse.com for all the information. It's just such a fun event.
A fun story from our standpoint. Actually, the woman right now who's working in the pro shop won it with her father a number of years back.
Amazing.
So absolutely. So it's breeding more and more golfers.
All right, get signed up, bluerockgolfcourse.com. Another local item we want to mention, Pat Bradley, very well known here on the Cape, Highness native. She opened up, or rather Mass Golf opened up the Pat Bradley room at Mass Golf with a lot of her mementos and a lot of the history. Pat Bradley, really important figure in ladies golf.
Absolutely, and it's good to see her getting that recognition from Mass Golf. So by all means, view that. I'm sure that'll be fun.
So this is available for viewing. They agreed to give the 31-time LPGA Tour winner. Imagine that. 31-time LPGA Tour winner, her own space in the building located just down the way from TPC Boston. A lot of folks know Pat Bradley here on the Cape, so congratulations to her.
Well deserved.
So Nick, what are some ideas for golfers this week? It's going to be a beautiful week. I mean, this is something that if you're a big golfer, you should try to get out on the course here at Blue Rock. Try to get out here every day. I mean, we don't necessarily get this kind of stretch of weather all the time on the Cape.
We don't. It's either really hot or it's muggy or it's windy, and right now we've got a projection of a week in the 70s. So absolutely, tee sheets not full. Come on out. If you have 2.5, 3 hours to spend, doesn't need to be 5 or 6 like some of the other courses here on the Cape that are extremely busy. Yeah, come on out and enjoy the wonderful blue sky.
And you get to play here. You can see folks in the background. Again, it's not AI. That's what Blue Rock looks like right there behind both Nick and I. So we'd love to come and see you. We had a great time, by the way, at the member social.
Yes.
A lot of fun there, right?
Yes, a lot of fun.
That was your big first member social with us.
Yeah, it was great to meet a lot of the members. When I'm on the range, sometimes just giving lesson after lesson after lesson, I don't have the ability to just say hi to everybody. It was nice to just say hello to the members, say hello to part of the people that allow us to be employed. Right. So we all had a blast.
Thanks to everybody who showed up for the member social. All right, let's get you out here this week at Blue Rock Golf Course, bluerockgolfcourse.com. Tee times 24/7. You wake up at 2 in the morning, make a tee time, come golfing in the morning, right? So,
We'd love to have you.
all right. Thank you, Nick Wiseman. I'm Matt Pitta. We hope you have a great week out on the course. We'll see you next time on This Week in Golf at Blue Rock Golf Course.